All right, Thomas here again with Tomorrow's Collectible Automotive. At this point, in this phase, we're gonna see, is the backyard fine Peugeot gonna crank? Is it gonna do anything? We gotta pump out the diesel tank, pipe in some fresh diesel. Let's put a battery in it and see if it lights on fire. Maybe sort of gonna work. Oh, that's not the right battery by no means. What's in there? Let's see here. It's got a positive wire for ground and a yellow wire for positive. All right, that's back asswards. Okay, what's gonna happen? Well, things are happening. Windshield wipers are operating. They don't sound happy about it. Well, it did something. You guys all hear that? I heard it. It went clunk. Let's see if I can try and get the ignition out here. I got one little clunk out of it. Well, that was there. Now I can't get the ignition to do anything. Unfortunately. Can I jump the starter from out here? Maybe? Maybe. Okay. I got a jump lead here. Put it on start part of that. Let's see here.
Not good. Not good. Yeah.
Well, that is not a good start. That does not sound like it's gonna be very good if it starts. That sounds like an uneven crank is what that sounds like. Why does it have an uneven crank? Has it got a whole bunch of blow-by? No? I don't see a bunch of blow-by. What terrible things befell this engine? Do I even want to bother to get fresh diesel, or do I just want to see if it's going to start or what is in there? Gotta be honest, not as excited as I once was. I'm guessing some bad shit happened in that engine. probably why it was parked. Crack a couple injection lines and see if anything does come out. I'm not as optimistic as I once were. Wanna know why?
Why?
That is not the sound of compression on all cylinders. That is the sound of compression on like one cylinder. Maybe two.
Huh.
So, I'm not quite as optimistic as I was. I'm kind of like, oh, that's not a good sound. That's the sound of anger. And we got another chewed up wire, imagine that. I think something unfortunate may have befallen this engine. It's probably why it got parked.
It's been sitting a while. It probably just needs to be loosened up.
I don't know.
Needs some marble.
Well, I was gonna go through all the trouble of putting fresh diesel to it and all that jazz, and now it's making that bad sound. I'm like, I'm probably not even gonna start it. Let's see if the injection pump's doing anything at all. Injection pump solenoid should have power. Why are the lights on?
Lights? You got power?
Yeah, there's a battery in there. Well, the parking lights are on. Okay, let's see if there's any spittle at the injectors. No action at the injectors yet. I'm guessing the pump has probably long since checked out. Well, I'm going to have to go get some fresh diesel, which means I'm going to have to go siphon it out of something else. So, we will return in a minute. And why did I have to go siphon diesel? Because my ass wasn't prepared and I didn't have any. Alright, we're back here. We got a gallon of, well, much fresher diesel than what's in there. Got the return line to the tank unhooked. So we're gonna unhook the feed line here. One-time use clamp, hopefully I can snip it off. Hopefully. Maybe not. There we go. There we go, there's our feed line. Through here, and hopefully enough to get into this tank. Well, it's going to be enough though. Clean it. Don't want all this gross crap going in the fuel jug. Probably not. Probably not going to be enough. Nope, it is not going to be enough. So, the solution to that got a little click clacker here. Plumb him in here. Maybe. Alright, set him down there. Turn line. No, feed line. Turn it off. Into the jug. Now we need a piece for the return line. Return line, way too big of a return line, but all it has to do is return. I use this for cycling, so I'm not going to cut it out. Now these pumps do pull their own prime, but we'll use the click clacker to hopefully get it started. Oh, we'll switch it backwards.
His first words were in Morse code.
Well, that return line's going to leak profusely, I see. Because there's no clamp on it. And what are we going to use for a temporary clamp so I don't have to go looking for one? That's right, a zip tie. Okay, now, back to priming, hopefully. That's still leaking, wonderful. That's leaking really bad. That clamp's not doing nothing. I'm gonna have to go look around for a clamp, probably. Come on, bleed up. Is that sucking right to the bottom of the tank? Probably. Come on, bleed up. There we go. Theoretically, it should start if it's gonna. Keys on. Should have power to the injection pump solenoid. Let's see if anything comes up to the injectors. Still nothing. Does the key on solenoid have power? Spoiler alert, it didn't. If it does, if I touch this, it'll try to start. So it probably doesn't. Click. Okay, I heard the injection pump solenoid click. I'm just going to go ahead and find a clamp because that's just puking diesel everywhere all over the ground. Yep. Got a clamp here. Looks much better than this hose clamp that's clearly not doing nothing. Grab my key real quick, tighten this hose clamp down. And I understand how bad all this looks. I'm just trying to see if it's going to run at all. I'm pretty much already staring down the barrel of, I think, the motor. Probably why I got parked in 1986 and never driven again, because somebody blew it up. I just don't know how they blew it up or what they blew up. Did they break a crank? Did they blow a head gasket? Did they put a bunch of holes in cylinders? I don't know. Okay, that's tight now. Prime it again. Seriously, still leaking? Boy, the hose doesn't seal for shit. It's still leaking, but it's better. Got some solenoid clicking. Get another jumper wire here on the starter. Let's see what we got now. to start a little bit of brake cleaner ether, which I know is terrible for it, but it already sounds like it's not having a good life, so I think a splash of ether is going to be what does it in. So it might take a while for this injection pump to bleed up. Oil bath air cleaner, always nice. Okay, I don't think it's going to do anything on just brake cleaner alone, but let's see. I don't think it's going to do anything. Let's find out together. There's my wire. I hear some severely stuck valves. Okay, and didn't do shit. How about a little bit of the good stuff? John Deere, you ain't gonna get better than this ether.
How dare you!
Which is way too much for this engine. So just give it a taste, a sniff. That's probably still too much. Really, battery's gonna go dead already.
Lousy stinking piece of crap.
She did not try to fire. Not looking promising, people. All right, it did something. Sounds like we picked up a cylinder, maybe. Battery's already depleted. Did not take long. Is the starter getting hot yet? No, cable's getting a little warm though. Okay, let's kill yet another battery. Want to take a guess on how many batteries it's going to take to get this thing to start? So far we're at 1. Okay, battery number 2 going in. What? It's leaking so much fuel down there. Something that's fantastically leaking fuel. Where is that coming from? Oh, this fuel line fell down. And it's crapping everywhere. Okay, duly noted. And then look, here's a wire that doesn't go to anything anymore. Oh, and it's for the injection pump solenoid. Probably why it wasn't getting power. The rats have come in here and done some rearranging. It's not good. We'll have to work on that. Did it paint up a cylinder with ether? Maybe. Well, the battery's even smaller. It's really not going to work because the battery tray's gone, which is just wonderful. Oh yeah, this is just going to fall all over the place. All right. Negative over here. Nice, we didn't immediately nuclear that battery. The battery cranked for like 2 minutes. Okay. Crank that down. Hopefully. It did go pop, pop, crank, crank, crackle, crackle, so did something. Okay. Positive over here. Injection pump, turn on solenoid. Positive power. Yep, heard the click. Prime, pump up a little bit again. Is actively flowing diesel. That pump's got diesel in it. It should go. Pump's actively got diesel in it. It's gonna bleed back down again, but oh well. Stronger crank. A little bit more of the good stuff. Which I really don't like doing to it. Got diesel in one line. That is still leaking, even though that clamp is as tight as it will humanly go. Just fell off. Okay, we got diesel one line. Crank that down. We'll get diesel to another line. Profusely leaking diesel, so we'll just go ahead and put a catch pan under there. Come on. Oh, got diesel to another line. Does not want to bleed. And I hate just feeding it ether. won't start off with just ether. Thinking about it though, I'd really like this to stop leaking fuel everywhere. That would be just great. See if I can get this pump to stay on maybe. The wires a little bit longer I could. But they're not. Pump's killing me. Does not want to bleed. Doesn't want to prime. Doesn't want to do anything. It's pissing me right off. Having the worst time with this, if I'm being honest. Just does not want to bleed. The pump won't even run the other way. Come on! At this point, the camera doesn't properly show how long I've been trying to get this to bleed out. I've been probably have edited out 20 minutes of me trying to get this to function. It was just really pissing me off. This is pretty annoying. It just does not want to do it. Reasons unknown to me. Maybe if I give it its own power source, it can just run in the background because I don't have enough leads. Right now. This is just going to quietly pump in the background. I don't have enough alligator clips. Breathe, come on. Oh. I see what's happening. It's leaking right here. Oh, there we go. Duh. That helped. Kinda. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Alright. Got good clean diesel bleeding finally. Still leaking, but it's bleeding. Okay, let's see what we can get now. Okay, got it. One more injector. injector. Some action out of this injector now. I think she might go. Floor it. Come on. You're basically already wanting to start. I can smell you back there trying to run. That's probably way too much. Almost. Come on, sweetheart, you got this. I believe in you. Give a start right there in a second.
Too hot! Too hot!
Come on, bring us over. Come on, sweetheart. You had it. You were basically running. Come on. this point, I'm getting pretty frustrated, and I'm very confused on why it still won't start, and the starter is having a really, really, really bad time. Well, I don't think it's going to start. I'm guessing there's a valve train problem of some sort. It ain't happy. It's probably not going to start. I got to give the starter a rest. In case anyone might be wondering, the starter survived all this ruthless cranking and me overheating the hell out of it, and it's totally fine. So a big thumbs up for that factory 1979 starter right there. French engineering, boom. Well, we're going to have to give it a rest here. Starter's getting hot. Guessing she's got a valve train malfunction or a head gasket of angry proportions. So we'll give it a break, let it cool itself for a bit. That's what we're going to do. Let the battery charge up, all that good stuff. Okay, we've had, the starter's had a bit of a rest. We're going to try it again. Okay, let's see, let's try it again. Check this one up again. I could fire up the glow plugs. In retrospect, I probably should have been trying to do that the whole time, but you know, hindsight's 20/20. Don't worry, I figured it out here in a minute. Hey! We had it for a second there. She went! Right here, I got pretty bummed out because I thought I had blown it up. It went until it didn't. Just wait. What the hell? Why didn't it stay going? Definitely started. But it didn't stay started. This exhaust is plugged right up. Well, that's unfortunate. Does this have a plugged up? I'm starting to think it has a plugged up exhaust. Maybe it's got a completely plugged up exhaust. Maybe. I mean, it cranked up. I heard it. Let's fire the glow plugs for a minute, shall we? Round that to the head. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. Alright, let's try that. That helped a lot. Just run these on for a second here. Retrospect, leaving the jump pack kind of flying across the top of the engine was a real bad idea, which comes apparent, you know, here in a second. Come on, sweetheart. Right about here is pretty much where I wanted to light the thing on fire because I was pretty much over it because it was just really pissing me off. I had had enough. Me, Smalls. If anyone's wondering what was happening, the damn valves kept sticking open. Intake valves kept hanging open, and I just kept on trying until they finally freed up. That's why it sounds all angry and, you know, like it doesn't have compression, and then it does. That's what was going on. Got some seriously stuck valves. So what we're dealing with here is seriously pissed off valves. That is the problem in question. She's sticking a bunch of valves and it's not having it. Killing me. Come on, valves. Become unstuck. Last running in 1986 or 87. She wins. Oh, that's good. Holy shit, run. Alright, let's go get some coolant. Got some coolant, and my guess is it might have a wrong head gasket. Nobody doesn't have. Oh, it's got some. Oh yeah, it's got some. Maybe. Oh, there's a lot. Alright, she's running. This thing's gonna probably start overheating.
God! Is it taking video? I can't tell. Which way do I do it? Like this or like this? Yeah, I'll do it like this, because this is how he takes all his video. Alright. Inaugural test drive. Wow, it's doing it. It's got most of the lights working. Just one tail light.
What? Floor it. It's
Well, the battery went sailing into the hole right there. Because I don't have a battery tray. I know it's going to start back up now. I don't know what happened. I think the... Is it neutral? You know, actually, it's not even that slow. Oh, that's pretty good then. Oh yeah, there's definitely some blow-by in there. You can't see shit with these. And I don't know how to turn the high beams on. There's about 6 important wires in this car. Temperature gauge, fan clutch turn on, injection pump turn on, signal for the glow controller, and like oil pressure. And they chewed through every one of those wires except for the oil pressure. So the glow
that's
plugs,
all you really need.
yeah, the glow plugs don't work, fans don't work, the temperature gauge doesn't work, so I have a whole bunch of wiring I have to fix. And a bunch of seized on brakes. Pretty annoying when you can't turn the car off either. There we go.
Hey, it runs and it drives.
The brakes are all stuck on.
It's basically fully operational already.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like 85% of the way towards being
Oh yeah,
this.
Don't worry about this.
Oh.
Don't worry about that at all. Aren't you supposed to film sideways?
Whoops.
I filmed everything sideways. Unfortunately, it's shitty and windy today, but it works. It's not even that gutless. The shocks are all shot though. It's got brakes. No power steering. I just don't think it had power steering. Well, I don't think it has it. And the glory of the slow here. Let's see how long it takes to get to 40 miles an hour. Right into fourth. I guess that's not that bad. Alright, little update here. Got my favorite YouTuber on, Zip Ties and Bias Plies. Didn't do a whole lot of filming, but I've been doing wiring, and of course there's a battery in here so you can't see half of my wiring, but got that fixed, that wire fixed, the temperature sensor wire fixed, this wire over here fixed. They had a bunch of wiring problems. Glow controller wires fixed. There's not a lot of wiring in one of these. There's just not, because it's a pretty simple car. But the mice decided to go to town on what little wiring I did have. So I had to fix that and fix that one down there. Put new fuses in here. Had to fix one more wire down there. I got another wire down under the starter I got to fix that I think is for the AC turn off if you're turning the power steering back and forth like a pressure switch. And then another wire here that I think is also for the AC. I think that goes underneath the car down to a pressure switch down there. And then I think the reverse wires are chewed through. So I got a temperature gauge back now. The fan is not coming in. It got up to 3/4 and the fan never came on, so I'm guessing this switch is probably bad. I'll change that out. Need to do both of these hoses. Found out that the heater core, well, it's not in very good shape. Started to leak once it got up to full temperature under pressure. I got a radiator hose starting to leak here. Oh, that's safe, right? Oh yeah, it's leaking oil from the rear main seal. They all do that. Haven't cleaned it here yet. Wiring. I'm probably gonna, oh, those motor mounts look lovely. I guess I'm gonna have to change both of them. The alternator is not charging, even though I got all the wires hooked back up. It's still not charging, so I gotta figure that out. I gotta clean up all the wiring. It looks terrible. We got some wires down here for the brake level sensor that, yeah, there they are, not hooked up. I gotta find out where they go. Okay, and then I think that's for the reverse wiring right there. So still lots of cleaning needs doing. Oh, that power steering line's blown right out. So yeah, a lot needs to take place here still. Oh, the motor mounts are only really bad on one side, but I guess I have to do both of them. So let's come along here, good. Just, you know, one step at a time. One step at a time. So now, I can come in here. No more 1,000 wires under there. Key it on. Got a glow controller now because all the wires are hooked up. Got a temperature gauge now. Still no fuel gauge. Wait for the light to go out. Glowing, glowing. Like brand new, like it was just shut off. So, alright. Then coolant started to come out of the heater core down there. So it looks like I'll have to pull the dash out and do everything back there. I even got one dome light. So that's where we're at. I wanted to throw an update clip in there. Still working on it, filming what I can. I'm trying to edit, that's going pretty well. And still working on it, but yeah, work in progress, one step at a time, we'll get there. Just gotta focus and figure out what I'm gonna fix and how I'm gonna fix it. All right.